So before I go on my rant, before I begin my rant, I have to address a delusional bronzexual, okay? I'm going to get to the game. I'm going to give my assessment on the game as I go, okay? But let me address a delusional fan. His name is Wavy TV, okay? He says, hey, since you're a Lakers fan, how come you never put any blame on the organization? It's no secret in the league the Lakers are broke, which is why they don't spend money like the Clippers do. Okay, the Lakers are broke, but somehow they couldn't offer DeMar DeRozan a third year. How is that possible? They shouldn't have been able to offer DeMar DeRozan a third year, but they don't have any money, remember? Okay. Anyway, moving on. Spend money like the Clippers do. Caruso walk away, not paying the extra $3 million, which led them to have no choice but to get either Buddy or Russ. By the way, put some blame on your organization. Spend the money to get right. Players stop being cheap. Wavy, come on, bro. First and foremost, why would I blame the Laker organization? LeBron James, they're granting him all the wishes. They're giving LeBron James whatever he wants. Right? They're giving their star player input on the decision making. That's what teams do. That's what organizations do. They involve their top player, their star player. They allow their star player to give input on the decision making on who he wants to sign. LeBron James wanted Carmelo Anthony. They're close friends. Remember, they like to ride the banana boat. Okay? Remember, the expired banana boat. He wanted Carmelo Anthony, who I'm going to talk about in a few minutes. Right? He wanted everybody that's on this roster. He traded for Anthony Davis. Gutted the entire franchise. He's the one he's been spoiled. They're giving LeBron James everything that he wants. So why should I blame the organization? Why should they be at fault? Oh, I'm going to blame you guys. Let's listen to the bronzexuals. I'm going to blame you for giving LeBron James the power to get everything that he wants. If it don't work, if I get the talent and it don't work, then you still going to blame me. Then you're going to say, oh, you should have gave LeBron James that power. Like, you can't win in the eyes of the bronzexuals. They're delusional. How much sense does that make? How much sense does that make? This is who he wanted. Nobody else wanted these players. This is who he wanted. Malik Monk is playing great, phenomenally. LeBron James is supposed to make the players around him better. Why is it the primary focus on involving players? Getting players involved, getting his assist totals up. Why isn't that the emphasis? Why isn't there an emphasis on feeding the ball to other players instead of going out and chasing the scoring title? But see, what LeBron James is doing, it's obvious. It's obvious. A blind man can see it. Everybody around the world knows what LeBron James is doing. He's sitting out to maintain the scoring title. As long as he don't play, he could keep his scoring title. He could keep his scoring average. And the rest of the players, their numbers might go down. They might have a bad game and theirs might go down. But LeBron James, he can maintain that scoring average and just sit out and watch his team get destroyed by the great teams instead of being out there competing. We know what he doing. You're not fooling nobody, bruh. You might be fooling your delusional fans, but we not buying it. We not buying it, bruh. Why I don't blame the Laker organization? Why should I? Who we gonna blame? They want us to blame See, the problem is this. Y'all want me to blame everybody but LeBron James. Y'all don't want LeBron James to ever get blamed. And the problem is y'all sheep because y'all continue to watch ESPN. Y'all continue to watch Fox Sports. Y'all continue to watch Shannon Sharp and all these other media outlets, and they're constantly bashing Russell Westbrook and bashing the front office. And then now And they constantly praise LeBron James all day. They never hold him accountable. And then when you listen to the videos, it's like, oh, how dare you disrespect art thou LeBron James? No, bruh. He's not no God. I even read a comment today where somebody says, what do you expect him to do? The same talking point. What do you expect him to? Everybody, you know what? It's the same talking point that everybody, I'm pretty sure that everybody watching the video, you can say it with me. What do you want him to do? He's 37 years old. He has the luxury to be able to rest for an injury, an ankle injury. Bro, he's 37 years old. So he hasn't been 37 years old all year. So he wasn't 37 years old all year. He just turned 37 yesterday. He just turned 37 the other day, huh? This man 37 years old and playing like he's still in his prime, but then going to say, oh, what you want him to do? He's 37 years old. He shouldn't, he can't play. But anyway, let's assess the game and what I'm seeing from the Lakers. The Lakers are competing. They're pressuring the ball defensively. Anthony Davis they're active on defense. Wayne Gabriel, whatever his name is, he brings that energy. He's always fighting. And, I commend a player like that. We need talent like that on the team. And the Lakers play overall, they play better as a unit without LeBron James. Anthony Davis, for the life of me, I can't understand why Anthony Davis is playing. To me, it don't make sense. Because if this is a guy that that is very injury prone, but the only reason I respect Anthony Davis is because he's out there. At least he's out there trying to will his team to a victory, just trying to get out there. I appreciate that. But I would much rather the so-called GOAT to be out there trying to will his team. Because we know Anthony Davis injury prone. LeBron James, we know you just down there. You just sitting down because you're trying to, get that scoring title. It ain't about winning. Because if it was about winning, you would have been playing against the Dallas Mavericks. You would have been playing against the Utah Jazz the other night. But it ain't about winning. Because when he's playing the elite teams, when he's playing the best teams in the league, he shies away. He wants to sit on the bench. That's what he's trying to do. Malik Monk, and he's doing a great job at attacking the rim, creating off the dribble. Carmelo Anthony, shots not really falling from the perimeter, but he was doing great in the mid-range. But Melo's old, bruh. It's time for him to go. Like I said, they need to send him to the retirement home, the old folks home, put him in a wheelchair and just ride off into the sunset, bruh. Like he like I said, he's still riding the glory from when he was in his prime, in his youth. Stagnant on defense, like just a bunch of old guys. LeBron James wanted Trevor Ariza. This entire roster is LeBron James approved. So why should we blame the organization? Why would I blame them? It's a report out there that LeBron James has gotten more power within the organization than Kobe Bryant has ever had, right? So why should we blame them? We should be putting all the blame on LeBron James. When do we ever get the blame? When? Just tell me when. When do he ever get the blame? Never. Never. He plays no defense. I'll stop blaming LeBron James? I'm going to tell you, I will make a promise to you, Wavy TV. Wavy TV, no issues here, my brother. I'm not the type of person that I like to go back and forth and beef with everybody, okay? That's not me. That's not my character, all right? The only beef I got is with LeBron James. And I'm going to tell you what, if LeBron James leaves the Lakers, then that's when I will stop blaming him. Okay? That's when I'll stop blaming LeBron James. When he leaves the Lakers. I mean, this is common sense. I mean, why would I blame him if he's not on the Lakers? It's nothing to do. I mean, it's nothing to blame him for because he's not there. But until then, I will continue to blame LeBron James because he's the problem. There's more ball movement without LeBron James out there. They're attacking the paint. Anthony Davis, for the life of me, I don't understand why he's out there. He has no reason to be out there because, once again, he's injury prone and you're not doing anything but making your foot worse or whatever part of his body because he just injured. He's so clumsy. Like, he got the rebound and he's supposed to be trying to drive, but then it's like he was moving, but his leg wasn't. He was trying to move, but the leg wouldn't move, so he just fell down. I'm like, bruh, he's so clumsy, bruh. What are you doing? Russell Westbrook, attacking the paint, attacking the rim, playing with aggressiveness. And see, there's a difference. You see the skill set, the difference in skill set. The Nuggets are great at developing talent because they don't have their second star player in Jamal Murray out there. So Coach Malone is doing a great job at elevating and getting the best out of his players. So he's there, and Jokic empowers all of his players. He makes the players around him better. So he's elevating the play. Aaron Gordon and all these guys are playing well. Bones and DeMarcus Cousins. It's like he's having a resurgence. Like, this is like a second prime for him. He's playing extremely well. Just doing the little small things. And it's more so for DeMarcus Cousins, his attitude. Like, you got to be proud for DeMarcus Cousins right now. Because his mindset, his attitude and approach to the game is totally different. It almost seems like he's maturing. Like, and it's crazy that it had to, well, I can't even say that because that's usually when it happens. People mature when they get older. DeMarcus Cousins would have been knocked Wendell Gabriel out. I don't know if y'all seen the little tussle they got into, the little back and forth they got into, jockeying for position in the paint, and they just seemed like they was competing. They was competing, and that's what you like to see. But yeah, the Lakers are playing great. It's just the defensive end. It's just hard for them to stop them from making buckets. They got so many threats and they got so many weapons on that team. They got so many weapons. They doing great with individual defense, team defense. Like I said, they just doing a great job at guarding the Lakers. That foul to end the second quarter, it was uncalled for, costly mistake on the part of Malik Monk. Should have just let him, take the shot. I mean, you had no reason to foul. But, and you got LeBron James sitting on the bench with his shades on, with his glasses on. Guys got sunshades on in the arena. That's why he wear them dark shades, to hide the fraudness. That's what he's trying to do. Trying to hide the fact that he's a fraud. Because he know people will see it all in his eyes. All in his eyes, bruh. If the injury is that bad, if the ankle injury is as bad as you say it is, then why are you still playing? Why are you resting, taking games off? You're not going to win. Your team not going to make the playoffs. It's obvious what you're doing. And you got his fans defending them. Like, they're not defending. I can see if they come out and be like, you know what? I see LeBron James resting. He's trying to get the scoring title. Like, just be honest. Just be like, that's what LeBron James is doing. Then I'm like, okay, cool. I'd be like, oh, I can't believe y'all doing it. I can't believe y'all admitting this. But at the same time, I respect it more than to sit up there and say, he's 37 years old. He has the right to rest. He should be rested. Why don't you just sit out for the rest of the season? You have nothing to play for. It's not like you're planning it's not like you're playing the meaningful games to help your team be in position to get to the play-in. And as Pop said earlier, you could at least be out there to be a decoy. You're not doing nothing to help your team. And he'll never be a respected Laker. He's going to go down as the biggest fraud in NBA history. Biggest fraud of all time. He's a fraud. Sitting out to maintain that scoring record. Just to have a scoring record, he's trying to use stats. All right, so it's a brief timeout. The Nuggets are going on a run right there on the run right now. The score is like 96-91. Jokic hit a three. Barton hit a three. So they just clicking on all cylinders right now. And the Lakers, they, Carmelo Anthony getting his isolation, time on and, hitting his mid-range shot. But it's not really helping the team. They just stagnant and the ball's not moving. So, I mean, it's good that you could, him and, they chirping back and forth. And it's good that y'all, want to battle and go at each other. But, it's really not benefiting the team that, you getting into your little individual, your little individual back and forth. So, but you can see Anthony Davis' foot is really bothering him. He's grimacing, pain. He's, getting back slow on defense. He's not running back. He's complaining. But, you can see glimpses and flashes of the old Anthony Davis, So I just think that he should be out resting, His injury is totally different than LeBron James. He's not chasing no scoring title. So we know why he's out there. It really, genuinely seems like he's really out there trying to compete, although I think the true reason that he's really out there is, he hears the criticism. He hears the naysayers, and they calling him street clothes. I think those opinions and, people's constructive criticism is bothering him, right? And I think it's affecting him, so I think that's why he wants to be out there competing with the team. But I respect it. I respect it that he's at least trying. But Frank Vogel, you got to have the power and authority to be like, you know what, bro? You got to override LeBron and the organization, whoever in control, and tell him he got to sit. There's no point in you being out there, bro. No point. You have no reason to be out there. No reason. You should sit down, rest your foot, and come back next season. You putting yourself in a position to where you can injure something else or make it worse. Sit down. Sit down. I get it. I see what you're trying to do, and I appreciate what you're trying to do, but nah, bro. But the Nuggets bench is just too deep. They got way too much talent. Way too much talent. And the Lakers, I love the core that the Lakers have now. I just think that they got to make some adjustments. I think they need to switch out some talent. If they could go with the group that they have now, trade LeBron James, let him go ahead and get the scoring title, which I think, he's obviously, not the scoring title, but he's obviously trying to surpass Kareem. Let him get the record and just trade him and get as many assets as possible. But you got to do something. But I'll keep Malik Monk, Austin Reeves. It's a few guys that I'm keeping. Wendell Gabriel, whatever his name is, AD, Russell Westbrook. Those are the guys I would keep because Russell Westbrook is not getting enough credit for playing the entire season, leaving it all on the line, not sitting out any games. But nobody's talking about that. Nobody's talking about that. Nobody's giving Malik Monk the credit that he deserves. They're all talking about LeBron James, just worshiping him. He's not even sitting with the team at this point. Now he wants to go sit by the tunnel like he the GM. With Mitch Kupchak and all of them used to do. With Jerry West be doing. Like, come on, bro. Go sit down by the team. Or don't be there at all. Just go, bro. I just want him to leave. Leave, please. Please, I'm begging, bro. Please, I don't care about that title. I don't want to hear about, oh, LeBron James won you the title. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear it. I want y'all to look at this and look at LeBron James' time that he's been with the Lakers. He missed the playoffs. Then he goes to the championship. Then he goes to the playoffs, get knocked out the first round by the Suns. And now he's about to be in a position to where he can't even make it in the play-in tournament. Mediocre. Luckily, he got that. And then you got people in the comment section, oh, well, I mean, you can ask anybody. I guarantee you that they will, anybody will be lucky to have that one title. So basically, he can just relax. It's okay to go to work and do your job and have this one great year at work, at the job that you work in. Just imagine that. You go to work every day, you're 9 to 5, because this is their job, remember? You go to work and you got an employee of the month one year, and you just that year you just had this great year. You just went on this great run. Then the next year, you just be like, you know what? I'm a lollygag. I'm gonna just sit around. Even when I go on my breaks, I get a 30-minute break. But you know what? I don't care no more. I'm taking 45-minute breaks. I did what I supposed to do. I had the best year any employee has ever had. They can't say nothing. They can't say nothing. McDonald's can't say nothing to me. I was the employee of the month. I whipped the fry. I put so much salt in that fries, bruh. I had a better year than anybody has ever had. But you know what? I'm gonna start coming late to work. I'm gonna just do what I want to do because I had one great year. Like, how much does that make sense to y'all? It don't. So that's it. The game's over. Well, it's not over yet. I mean, it's still like a few seconds left. When I last looked, it was like 40 seconds left. I still didn't really get let me say the politically correct answer, because the bronsexuals and the casual Laker fans, they like for you to lie to them. So I watched the entire game all the way through. I gotta start being more politically correct, because obviously people like for you to lie to them. So I watched the full game. I didn't miss a beat. You hear me? I didn't miss a beat. Okay, I watched the entire game all the way through. I seen every single part of the game. I seen when they put the floor down. I seen when they mopped the floor. I seen them actually fixing the popcorn in the popcorn machine. I seen them making the drinks. I seen them bringing the peanuts to the fans. I seen everything, okay? Okay? If you wonder why my eye twitching and blinking like that, it's because my eye hurt, okay? I got something in my eye. Anyway, so Anthony Davis was still able to score 28 points, 9 rebounds, 8 assists, hobbling around on that messed up foot. Anthony Davis, just let it go, bro. Don't let the outside opinions get to you, bro. Okay? You have become Hollywood AD, but just sit it out, bro. Just sit it out. We get it. I understand what you're trying to do. The Lakers, they competed as much as they can. They even try to fight towards the end. I seen bits and pieces towards, at the fourth quarter. I seen all the rest of the game, the first half. And while I'm thinking about why this is on my mind, I have to speak about this. I don't know who the Lakers announcers was tonight, the commentators, whoever was calling the game. I know Doris Burke, which I totally respect her opinion. I think that she deserves a coaching job, not just because she's a female, but she has a brilliant mind when it comes to the X's and O's and assessing the game. She deserves a coaching job just to see, if she's able to, turn that into wins, that brilliant mind. But he made a comment that her co-host made a comment tonight talking about I heard there's chatter going around that LeBron James only had 4 points in the fourth quarter. He only scored like 2 to 4 points in the fourth quarter. Did you ever think that, in the third quarter, in the third quarter he scored 21 points? So, nigga, it's 4 quarters for a reason. You have to finish all the way through. What you just gonna say? Well, I already scored 21 points. They could be good with this too. No, bruh. No. What do you think this is? He need to finish the game all the way through. If he's the GOAT and he's the greatest player to ever play the game, he's doing something that we've never seen before. LeBron is a unicorn. We never seen this before, right? So he's supposed to close the show. He's the closer. So you can't just say, oh, he had 21 points. I mean, they just changed the spinning narrative, and it aggravates, it irritates me so bad. But Russell Westbrook, 27 points, 10 assists, and 7. Oh, I said 10 assists. 27 points, 10 rebounds, and 7 assists. Russell Westbrook. And I'm not even going to the turnovers. I don't care about Russell Westbrook turnovers. Because when it comes to LeBron James, they ignore everything else about LeBron James. And we're going to keep the same energy. We're going to hold everybody else to the same standard. We're going to hold everybody to the same standard. We're going to hold everybody to the same standard, okay? We just focused on points. That's it. When it comes to the Bron sexuals, that's how we are. That's how, from now on, to all my fellow Laker fans across the world, this is how we going to start judging games. It's all based on points. Nothing else. I don't care about nothing else. Russell Westbrook, get your points. From now on, score points. The remainder of these games, don't care. Don't worry about winning. I don't want nobody on that Lakers squad right now. Don't care about winning. Everybody, from this point on, we holding everybody to the same standard. Because if LeBron James could do it, everybody else has a pass to do it. Everybody else. Russell Westbrook. And I'm addressing everybody on the team. Carmelo Anthony, you get the ball, shoot it. Score. When LeBron James is playing, if you don't want to pass the ball to LeBron James, don't pass the ball to him. Shoot it. Malik Monk, you get in the game, don't pass the ball to LeBron, don't pass to nobody else, shoot the ball. Everybody, that's how we about to play this for the rest of the season. That's it. Malik Monk, Russell Westbrook, Anthony Davis, everybody, Wendell Gabriel, Austin Reeves, Dwight Howard, you name it. Everybody, please just focus on scoring. It's not about team play no more. Everybody just get your points. Just get your points, because that's all it's about. It's not about team basketball. It's about individual play. And tonight, Mike Malone made sure he emphasized defense in that huddle. He says, we're going to win the game tonight based on defense. We're going to rely on our defense, which all the other teams, all the other 30, 32 teams, however many, they are like, look, we're going to put the emphasis on defense. Defense. We're going to prioritize defense to win us this game, and that's exactly what they did tonight. Defense. 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 Defense wins championships. It sounds cliche, but LeBron James, that's what happens. They want to compare him to Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan, so what? Oh, Michael Jordan with the Wizards. Nobody was saying anything about, bro. Why do you gotta mention Michael Jordan? Let's just settle this right now. Can you imagine if they had a play-in tournament when Michael Jordan played for the Wizards? Can you imagine if they had a play-in tournament when Michael Jordan played for the Wizards? Are you serious? Michael Jordan would have said, you know what? Y'all play, you know, this what I'm going to do. Because it ain't nothing for me to get to the play-in tournament. Just let me play the meaningful games. He ain't going to say, if Michael Jordan was injured, you know what he'd say? That's what separates Michael Jordan from LeBron James, who's a coddled brat, overrated bum. That's what separates the Kobes and the Jordans from the LeBron James. Because they going to say, I'm going to play the games. They the opposite. They going to say, sit me on the games where I don't need to play. Let me sit out. If I'm injured, I'm going to sit down and rest on the games that don't mean anything. LeBron James is going to rest on the games where his team needs the most versus the dominant elite teams, the best teams in the league. They need their leader. You got Russell Westbrook in the huddle talking while Frank Vogel is talking. No, shut up. But they're saying their leader and LeBron James disrespect Frank Vogel, not have respect. So they're going to follow the leader. So they're not going to have respect for the coach. Kobe Bryant would sit the games that he would say, you know what? I'm playing. I've witnessed him do this. you know what, the Pelicans or the Houston Rockets, they're not the best team in the league. So I'm a just sit versus them. The worst teams in the league, I'm going to sit versus them. The best teams in the league, when it's time to perform, when the lights is on, the lights is bright, I'm going to play. I'm going to play. But like I said, everybody just go out and get your points, bruh. Everybody just go out there and get your points. That's what it's about. Get your points, nothing else. Make your stat sheet look good. Go out and get your contract. If that's what you're trying to get, you're trying to get a better deal next year, go out. I'm recommending that y'all do that because it ain't about nothing else. That's what the standard that LeBron James and his fans want to set. That's it. Frank Vogel, you won a championship. You don't need to do anything, Frank Vogel. It's not your fault. You didn't do. I have no problem with you, Frank Vogel. You won us the championship in 2020. You should have been coach of the year. Frank Vogel, Rob Pelinka, Jeannie Buss. I don't put no blame on none of y'all. Because LeBron James don't deserve any blame according to his fans. He won you the championship in 2020. Anthony Davis, Taylor Hoard Tucker, THT, THC, whatever you want to call it. But I'm about to wrap this up, man. Great game. The Lakers, they just don't have, I really liked how they attacked the paint tonight. They were very aggressive and they were very aggressive and driving the lane and getting, buckets in the paint. They couldn't get enough rebounds and they was the Nuggets was getting to the free throw line. They was hitting 3-point shots, but they don't even have their best players playing. They don't even have Michael Porter playing. They don't even have Jamal Murray playing, but they so loaded. And if it wasn't for them being in that bubble, they probably would have won. And that's why they don't like me. That's why the Laker organization and the PR team, they don't like me because I'm gonna keep it honest. That's why they taking the subscribers away. That's why they not, putting my videos in the feed and pushing them down the algorithms because they don't want y'all to hear the truth. They want me to be politically correct. But I'm a real Laker fan. I've been here and I'm gonna be here. I don't care. Y'all could take all my subscribers away, every last one of them, but I ain't going nowhere. They don't have to kill me, man. That Will Chamberlain jersey, that been there. That's going to be there. That Jerry West jersey, I've been a Jerry West fan before LeBron James came. Kobe Bryant, the great. I'm not going nowhere. I'm not. But the Lakers, they couldn't execute on both ends of the floor. The offense becomes too stagnant. And, the Lakers just couldn't maintain a lead. They couldn't maintain a lead. And, that Nuggets team, Jokic, sat out for most of the fourth quarter. He was in foul trouble. But, DeMarcus Cousins, he just gave them quality minutes. To the point where you could do that. You could just rest on the bench and be like, I can rely on him. That's a great problem to have. But you got LeBron James sitting on the bench with his Wranglers on. Come on, man. He's got some Wranglers on and some dark shades. Who dresses this man, bruh? And Stanley Johnson, please take off that dirty undershirt, bruh. That dirty white tee. I'm tired of seeing it. You look dirty, bruh. That's why you can't. That's why it's affecting your play. You itching. That's what's the problem. You itching, bruh. You getting too much. You getting money now. You've been signed for the rest of the season. You can afford to get you a clean pack of white tees, bruh. Go to Walmart. You could go. There's a Walmart where at least if you're going to wear the white tees, wear the clean ones. This man walking around with the same dirty white t-shirt, and it ain't like his luck. It ain't like the t-shirt is luck. It's dirty. Anyway, much respect to Anthony Davis for at least trying to come out there and attempt to play. I'm out, man. This video is long. I don't care, honestly. Lakers lost. I don't even know they play next. I know Thursday they got the Golden State Warriors. But I don't just watch, for the record, I don't just watch the televised games. I've been watching every game this season, so that's why I can assess the games properly, because I'm a diehard fan and I genuinely love my team. But the Lakers are trash. LeBron James is trash. Trash. Got on, what I think they used to call those knickerbockers. Capris. That's what the young females used to wear back in the day, the little capri pants. Let me see if that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, this is what the females used to wear. This is what LeBron James had on last. This is what he had on tonight. The capris. This is what the females used to wear back in the day. He just had the little darker ones. Yeah, here they go. These are the exact ones LeBron James had on tonight. Here's a little bit higher. I'm out, bro.